Muted.
Dead. Alright. Eagleos?
SOL.
Elocos here.
Ava?
I am here.
Ready to roll out.
I'm here.
Oh,
Sorry.
Cute little penguin.
I am a hot mess, and I would apologize, but I don't think there's a hot mess I am right now. So we're just gonna roll with it.
You're good.
Oh, you're fine.
Everyone is allocated a day of hot mess. This one just happened to be yours.
I need more than today.
Well, too bad. You get one.
Okay, but
You only get one, fucker.
You can't steal
I
the
feel
other
like
one's
every
day.
Thursday is my
Like,
hot
if
mess
you're,
day.
anybody else get like a free PTO day from their work that's like a spare saver for them?
No.
No.
So when you get like a salaried position, I guess it's a common thing, but Coleman and I
Yeah.
talk
Must
about
be
it all the
nice.
time. You get a
It
float
is.
holiday. And it's like basically they couldn't be bothered to add every holiday to the calendar because they don't want to pay you for every free holiday that they can. So they give you a float holiday and they say pick your most favorite holiday and that's the one you get.
My
And then they give you all
birthday.
the federal holidays, like the big ones, like MLK Day and stuff like that. But
Yeah, all of my holidays are float holidays.
Same.
interesting.
Very interesting.
I want to take my
What's our timer look like?
Oh, it's done.
Okay.
We're on.
We're
We are live.
We're
Oh.
on.
Yeah.
We're live. We're on the air. Fuck it, we'll do it live. All right.
Let's
Uh,
see.
Anyway, well, hi chat. Welcome back. We're gonna go ahead and get started here. We last left off inside the courthouse. The Blue Crown Courthouse is located somewhere near the middle of the city on the upper decks, or the tier 3 part of this city called Wandermere. Anybody want to do a little recap about what happened within the courtroom?
Lark got thrown out of a painting and went manic.
You really did.
Declared everybody else insane, and that he was the only sane person in the room.
Yeah, he
He just
Yes.
about nearly succeeded.
he really threw out the girl boss gatekeep gaslight.
The three
On
Gs,
your
three
honor.
Gs.
Whatever they've been saying, wrong. Just
Your
listen to me,
Honor,
look at me,
my only defense is I plead their insanity.
pretty much.
Really stood up and represented yourselves.
So yeah, we ventured to the courtroom. We heard some testimony. Everybody was acknowledging that it was just a hearing, but it was it's a lot of conflicting information coming out within the hearing, and so it's getting more and more sus as we go along. Before that, however, we were at the Nevermore, and some of our players had arrived at the Nevermore only recently to like kind of conjoin and all go to the courthouse together. After which Balthazar created a teleportation circle and took everybody at once to the courthouse. Everybody arrived, ventured into where Ava was leading them, which was a sub section of the courthouse, which was like a presiding room where a magistrate would dispense justice. After arriving, they took to the witness stand and were waiting around for a procession to happen, in which a magistrate showed up, and Ava's sister, Blair, also arrived. And another person named Oz also arrived with that group of people. A short time later, Lorik and Carissa pop out of the painting, soaking wet, and in the middle of the hearing, left to defend themselves. They give different recounts of the same event. Balthazar then seems to grandstand Blair about their reasoning for bringing these select individuals into the courtroom. And preceding all of that, Blair leaves the courtroom, and we left off just as Blair was returning with perhaps a familiar face. In case you guys on the other end of things are not aware, Tactical Mode does have a map, so if you want to take a look at the courtroom and what it looks like, please be my guest. But arriving in the courtroom, we see that the NPC Blair has returned with a young little girl walking by her side. And she seems to be a young Eldraine girl, couldn't be more than 5 or 6 years old. And they're both walking into the courtroom together here. What is everybody going to do now that we've seen that Blair's returned with this young witness?
Lork is going to... Let's see. What is the proper skill here? I'm going to hopefully make a deception check to hide away my shock at seeing Hope.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a deception roll then.
As far as I'm aware, she is not supposed to be here.
That is true.
27.
Balthazar is gonna look at Lorik and say, "Oh, did we rescue her? Was she on the list?"
I've never seen her before.
Okay, why not?
Curses.
We've never seen anybody in this town before. Whatever.
With a 27, Lorik, I feel as though you would probably understand that you are being quite convincing in this courtroom, and nothing has changed just yet. Carissa, what are you doing as Hope enters the courtroom with Blair?
I feel like Carissa will kind of look really surprised, like she'll kind of look shocked, and then she'll look at Lorik and see Lorik just kind of like stone face and just kind of be a little confused, like be very confused.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like shock, look at Lorik, and then just kind of like, oh, well, okay. And then I guess she'll just look back at Hope. Because Lorik's being difficult today.
When is he not?
I work for my own interests.
You guys both watch as this young little girl enters. Balthazar, is there anything you want to do? You do not know this young girl. She is unfamiliar to you, but I still don't want to deny you the option to make something happen if you have a plan in mind.
At this point, I think it's best that Balthazar just stays shut up.
Okay. Hope is like holding on to like with one hand to some of the like drapier parts of Blair's outfit. All of the like Drake Wardens wear these like cloaks, and so it seems that she is like got a full hand in this cloak as they are walking into the courtroom here. And you see that as they approach the stairs, Blair kind of helps her down. And I'm just gonna go ahead and move them down the stairs, but they do take a brief second to kind of get there. As they venture back into the courtroom, you see they get about to this location here, which is within like 10 feet of the witness kind of stand area, slash like where the presidings would take place with like lawyers and things. You see that Blair stops, takes a knee next to Hope, and just begins to whisper something in her ear.
I randomly disconnected.
Welcome back. As Blair begins to lean down and whisper something to Hope, you hear that the magistrate from above, Blue Crown Senior, kind of pipes up for a minute, and you see he begins to voice his opinion. Yes, I see that Blair has gone to retrieve the young witness, Mrs. Hope. Are the three of you familiar with Mrs. Hope?
I apologize, Your Honor. I don't believe I've ever met this young one before.
The other two?
I gotta be honest, I have no fucking clue at this point who we have and have not met in the city, who we're supposed to be telling you, who we have and have not met in the city. As far as I'm aware, no, I don't think so.
Dying.
Miss Carissa?
I hadn't seen her in this city, but I've met her in our previous travels.
I see. And, do you mind providing me the situation in which you met Mrs. Hope?
Me and one of our past party members ended up meeting Hope in one of the towns we were previously in. She was in a little bit of trouble, and we just ended up helping her out. And I haven't really seen her since. Her or our other party member, actually.
I see. Alright. Well, the reason we brought Miss Hope in here is, she was the one who provided a positive ID, for the witnesses that have been brought here in. And, we're looking to see if Miss Hope can identify the three of you once again, just for the court of record. Miss Hope, if you would please. You see that Blair leans down again, and whispers like one more thing to Hope. And then Hope looks and goes, I don't know the funky robot. That's not Mint.
I give a large smile and wave to Hope.
Hope jumps up and down and kind of waves at you. And then, you see that, Hope looks at Carissa and goes, it's Carissa! She points, like hopefully as like a young child would. And she goes, I'm not sure I recognize the other man either. And you see that Blair leans in and whispers something else. And let's see. You see that the room begins to slowly gain a slight breeze as papers on the tops of some of these desks begin to fly off onto the floor. And you see that Hope looks a little different. As Hope opens her eyes, you see that she has her hand outreached as if it was some sort of habit that Hope had not yet learned. And you see that between Hope, Carissa, and Lorik, there are these golden threads that extend from Hope to the two of them. Hope, as she opens her eyes, there's this whirling of magic in the room. The wind has picked up tenfold now. Papers are starting to fly adjacently. Books are starting to take off from the desks. And you see that as Hope opens her eyes and looks at the two of you, she is shocked by the fact that there's now wind in the room and stops. The wind suddenly disappears, and you see that she begins to look back at the two of you. She goes, well, I think that's Mr. Lorik, but I'm not sure. He looks different. Mr. Lorik, did you dye your hair?
Going to roll. Got it. Matt, evens or odds?
Evens.
All right. As she says this out loud, I just give a large sigh, and I let my disguise drop, wearing the fold guard armor and whatnot. No, Hope, I apologize. I did not dye my hair. It's still the same color as always.
You're so funny. You see that she looks up longingly at Blair, and Blair kind of nervously gives a slight nod. And then Hope runs up to Carissa and tries to like jump hug Carissa as quickly as possible.
Now, someone has to explain to me, why do you have Hope? Hope shouldn't be here.
Carissa, Hope, like, as this is happening in the courtroom, Hope runs up to you and just goes to like do that kid thing where they're like, you're my a thing that I really like is now home, and I would like to engage with said person or thing, and jumps at you in like a big, like, childish leap. Do you catch her, or what's the deflection method here? We will cut back to. Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Okay, sorry, my computer decided to just die.
You're good.
You said
No
Hope
worries.
kind of runs towards me.
After Hope kind of identifies both of you, Hope runs up and tries to jump and like grab onto you, in like a childish, like, yeah, I'm being reunited, kind of way.
Absolutely. I will absolutely like let her, and I'll catch her and kind of welcome her into a hug.
Okay. You grab onto her. You kind of like lovingly spin her around a little bit. Lorik, you ask your question. I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. You do notice that Blair has got a hand on her sword. She, I think, is monitoring the two of you to make sure you guys don't do anything crazy to Hope. And if there is some sort of like movement to affect Hope in some way, in like an aggressive sort of way, I think you know that Blair will intervene.
Sort of scoffed. I'm not going to hurt Hope. He's more important than you probably realize.
Who do you ask this question to? Do you ask to the presiding magistrate, or do you ask to Blair?
I direct this towards Blair, but say it out loud to where everybody can hear.
Blair, Blair lets out a slight sigh of frustration. It's unclear exactly how my sister came to meet young Hope, but my sister and Hope arrived a couple of days ago by ship.
I turned towards Ava. All right. How did you find her?
Ooh, Ava is. Let's see. How well is my deception? Because I'm trying to keep my fucking cool.
I begin walking towards you. Are you wanting me to roll an insight against that?
Yes.
Darn.
As far as you could tell, Ava has no expression on her face.
Yeah, Ava, what does it look like as you keep it together? This is the first time someone has actually questioned things. Because even your sister, when you arrived, did not be like, where did you find this child? Or like, what is the nature of you being here? You kind of got to set the narrative. This is the first time somebody has turned the tables on you and asked you a question. What do you say? How do you respond? What does it look like?
She is keeping her cool. As y'all could tell, like, there's no expression on her face. She has her arms crossed over her with her elbows on the table. And gives a sigh. Goes, your friend dropped her off to us.
And by that, you mean to tell me you come from the Feywild?
No. She came to us in our home.
So she didn't make it.
Are you
My
referring
friend.
to the girl?
Renna. Where is she? She wasn't to leave Hope's side.
And she didn't. Till the end. And she's just staring at you with her eyes golden and a gleam off the light as you see.
Has
As you-
Blair heard you tell this story before?
Not in full detail, because I think when she first came up to Blair, she was very distraught and only told the major bits, but not all
Okay.
the full details. As it
Blair
still
has a
is very
+6 to this insight roll. Blair is going to insight check her sister in this one. I wonder if this will go. Roll. Does that show up for everybody?
Yeah,
Oh, thank God.
just a flat roll.
With a 12, Blair does not succeed.
Ooh.
Double sixes.
Go ahead and continue. Sorry, Anna.
Oh no, it's okay. She came badly wounded, and unfortunately, she did not make it.
That explains Hope's display just then. You don't even need to make a check or anything. You notice Lorik's fists clench for a moment before he releases them, turns back around, and just sort of marches back toward the frontier. So, what now? What do you want from us?
The truth, Mr. Lord. It's what I've wanted from the beginning.
Yeah, whatever. But what do you want from us beyond the truth? What specifically?
I want to know what brings you to my city, why this young girl seems to be so important, and perhaps why this is all seeming to untangle around you three specifically. More the
Must
two
be.
of you than the robot, but
I wish it
Still.
wasn't. But we told you the important parts already. We came here to help Findamir find something important of his. That much I'm not sure I can say. You'd have to ask Findamir when he arrives. As for Hope, that one has to maintain a secret. I think I sort of half look back over my shoulder towards Ava. I think Ava might have an inkling, but revealing it here would be more dangerous than it's worth.
you see, the Blue Crown Senior looks a little puzzled at this sudden change of heart from Lorik. Pardon me. I'm a bit lost for words at the moment. Do any of my co-counsel have any questions for the witnesses?
I step over and pat open the head.
Hope is like hanging out in Carissa's arms, and then as you get close, Hope kind of reaches towards Lorik, to try and be held by another person as well that she's familiar with. Both of you would immediately recognize something. Hope now has Rena's eye gift, the like astral like looking eye that she had before. Hope is now in possession of such gift. In case anybody needs a reminder, it looks like an event horizon where the light is an ephemeral, like multicolored display of greens, reds, blues, pinks, oranges, yellows, and then there's a glistening backdrop of stars around the outside of the center of the pupil.
Really took after Rena, didn't you?
I guess so. She taught me lots of fun things. When am I gonna get to see Miss Rena again?
I don't have an answer for her. I just stand silently for a moment, turn back towards the judge.
You see she starts tugging at Chris's hair. The judge is still mulling things over. The Honorable Ecolas, do you have anything to add? Questions you might want answered?
trying to figure out how to talk without talking.
Mhm.
So hold on, I forgot to open it. I'm sorry, I wasn't prepared. Okay.
You're all good.
So Elikas is gonna raise their hands. They had their hands on the desk, just kind of like tapping impatiently. Just kind of they've seemed bored this entire time. Because of just the like weird, confusing. Oh, we did this. Oh, actually, no, we didn't. Oh, we don't know this person. Actually, we do know this person, and they're just sitting there like, Bleh. And y'all can hear me, okay, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Um, so they're gonna raise their hands and then just kind of uh move their hands in a way that you can't really understand. But above board, um, they're trying to figure out like more of what happened um with Hope, is that her name?
Mhm.
Of how y'all actually met Hope in the first place. Like, did you just randomly find her on the side of the road, or
Like a puppy?
yeah, was she in like a little box and was chilling there? So they point to Hope, and kind of make like a what. So, and then point to Carissa and Lorik, and kind of move their hands like a how, and then put their fingers together and like meet, like how meet.
DM, remind me the name of the town with the second tower.
Oh, shit. 1 second, I'm gonna pull up my obsidian. It's been so long. The lawkeeper shall check his notes. Masara is the name of the city.
You spell that for me really quick.
Messara. Masara.
Gotcha. It's now in my book of names.
Woohoo!
All right. Did you point to who did you point to first?
Hope.
Elikas?
So I went Hope, how, and then you and Carissa, and then put their hands together as for meet.
Gotcha. God, time there was so mixed. It's hard to say where it all truly began. Let's just say we were in town to visit a local attraction. And whilst we attended, we learned that hope would be very important in the future from a reliable source. And as part of this, we opted to do our best to try and protect Hope. And as part of that, they were to come with us, or rather to come with Rena, to a safe location. And if what Ava says is true, then Rena failed. Time in Masara, there was a lot going on all at once. I'm afraid my memory isn't entirely intact. Carissa, did you have anything to add? I tried to keep it brief, as well, the less they know is probably better for everybody involved, including Hope.
Yeah. I mean, we had more or less gone into town to I was looking for information on my parents, but it's really the only reason we ended up in that town anyway.
Elocross kind of just nods, like they understand, and then they look to Blue Crown Senior. So they knock on their desk twice to kind of like get his attention,
He looks
and
over at you.
then Elocross gets their fingers and points to their eyes, and then puts their hand up, and then and then points towards them. They're asking if they can go get a closer look at the people, like permission to go down.
Miss, my apologies. The Honorable Ecolas, it is totally within your right to examine anything that you might see fit. You're an acting magistrate, as far as I'm concerned. Investigate all you like.
Okay. So, Elocus, I'm trying to see if I want to just jump down. Do I need to roll if I'm gonna jump?
No, I'll let you be cool.
Okay. Okay, so Elocus is just gonna jump down.
Oh, you jump all the way over there? Maybe we need a roll.
Nah.
No, I was
Okay.
thinking you're gonna jump over the top of the thing and then walk over and then kind of come in. But yeah, if you want to jump down, just make me an acrobatics check, DC 12.
Nope, it's fine. I don't trust. I don't trust. I'm just gonna walk down then.
Oh, you want to roll just to see?
Fine. I'll roll just to see.
Oh yeah, no, good thing.
Yeah.
Avoided catastrophe.
Yes.
The cost sees visions of the future.
So like, never mind.
Perhaps not.
Okay. So Elocus is gonna get to like right here, and then kind of wave to them, and then ask if they're okay. So like, they put their hands to their chest, one hand to their chest, and then gesture it towards y'all, and then make the walking motion again. Like, I'm going to approach. Like, just forewarning.
Lorik appears defensive, but not hostile.
Illikas, as you begin to approach, Hope looks at you inquisitively, and then says, I think I've seen him before.
Elocos is gonna kind of like beckon Hope over, like with their hand, just like, come here.
Hope looks up at Carissa and Lorik to see if that's okay.
Just give a terse head nod.
She then steps up and steps up again to stand next to Illikas.
So I'm going to kind of like crouch down so that I'm head level. I'm still probably taller because it's a child. But I'm just going to try and make myself smaller so that she doesn't have to like break her neck to look at me. And then point to my eyes and then point to her eyes. Kind of like asking like, what's up with that?
I don't know.
Okay. Where is
I feel like my eyes are the same. Has your hair always been like that?
Ilokos just nods and then like touches their hair, kind of like a little bit embarrassed.
I think it's cool.
Ilokos then gives a thumbs up, with a little smile.
Rena used to have dyed hair too. I haven't seen her in a while. Do you know if I'm gonna get to see Rena again soon?
Ilokos just gives a shrug and kind of like gives like a mellow kind of look. Like they don't know, but they hope so. No pun intended, by the way.
Jesus.
Standing behind Hope, you probably see Lork just give a slow shake of the head.
Elikas is just gonna flick their eyes to Lorik, and understand that he's saying no, like she's gone, and then just look back at Hope, and then just kind of like pats their shoulder a little bit.
Oh, Carissa, guess what? The funny
What?
owl lady, I think her name's Ava. She has something that belongs to you.
So Elikas is then gonna look over to Eva, kind of just like sideways, kind of like leaning past Lorik, to look at Eva, and then look at Carissa.
Has
Ava, don't
something
you
of mine.
remember you told me about the diadem? That was a funny word, diadem. I don't know what it means. Maybe it's a fancy hat.
Yes, I
I'm
do
gonna
have it.
I'm gonna turn like you have a diadem that belongs to me.
It is a long, long story. But yes, I do.
I don't presume to take the position of the... Oz speaks up from on top of the procession. He looks down and he goes, I don't presume to interject here, but I feel like we've got all the time in the world to answer questions. So, if you don't mind, Miss Ava, I know you're not on trial, but you might want to start giving answers as well. Oz seems to be getting a little bit more annoyed with how this trial has, or not this trial, but this hearing has gone, with people like lying left and right, and then like everybody suddenly changing their tune when a child walks into the room that everybody seemingly knows.
Okay.
Balthazar goes to goes. Never mind.
You had something to say, Mr. Balthazar?
Nope.
Are you
Continue.
sure?
Positive.
Mm-hmm.
Ava will get up from her seat and start walking, at least to Blair's side.
As you begin to walk past Blair, Blair throws out her arm in front of you and goes, Now, Mr. Oz, there's no possible reason that my sister should have to stand and give testimony in this courtroom. She barely even knows these people. Oz looks back at her and says, I disagree. It seems that these people are well adorned to this young girl. And it seems suspicious, don't you believe, that your sister would arrive in town with someone that they know? And we're clearly not saying the quiet part out loud, but that girl is not going to see her friend again. So perhaps the rest of the court
Blair
is entitled
staggers.
to why. I'm sorry, I'm not nearly as kind as you, Mr. Lorik. Or should I call you narrowly? Which one would you prefer?
I don't give a shit what you call me.
I want answers. I'm tired of this beating around the bush. What happened in our city? Miss Ava, would you please alleviate us with the details of how you came into Miss Hope contact? Don't leave anything out this time.
I look at Blair with eyes that's questioning if she's even ready to hear the truth.
Blair gives you a sincere look, like a mom who knows that you're gonna say the right thing.
She puts her hands on Blair's arm and pushes him down, and she will walk closer. No. Do you want me to start from the very beginning when I came across the item for Carissa, or do you want to skip over that?
I'm not a fan of personal possession stories of items that have no importance to this court. I'm merely interested in how you came in contact with the girl. I think all of us can agree.
It was the day of when I was going to be in my coven. The day that I'm chosen to be in my coven. And this is the same day where I, if y'all want to believe me or not, went to the pass. And I was given a proposition and a future, and I was able to know about the future from the past. I was told that 2 people were going to wander into our cottage needing help. One who was not going to make it, who was going to be gravely injured to the point where she would die from her injuries regardless of whether we helped her or not. And the girl needed to be protected. As she looks at Hope. The person who told me this told me I will come across her daughter, Carissa. And I will need to, as she looks at her, I will need to retrieve Hope and guide her back home. Now to continue on, before my namesake, as I should probably say, Rena and Hope came to our cottage door. Rena was not well. She had a very mortally wound on her. And our mother...
Can you describe the nature of the wound?
My magic cards are on my notes.
Yes, please. Lorik turns to look at you.
Hold on. Here are my notes from...
While we're looking at notes, Elikas, what are you doing with Hope? You're getting to examine her, but are you doing anything specific?
So, as all this is going down, I'm kind of trying to keep Hope's attention so she doesn't hear the bad news. So
You think Hope missed it? Hope was too busy focusing on all the people. You think Hope missed that little exchange of she's not going to see her friend again?
Yes. Just kind of waving their hand in front of Hope's face a little bit, just kind of like a small one, and then opening their other hand, and having a little fire in their hand, just kind of dancing around, kind of like a distraction, so that she doesn't hear that. Because after the wind incident, they really don't want her to get worked up, just in case if that is a trigger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, found my notes. Okay, I will continue.
Go on.
Her injury was a stab wound, and her arm was blackening as we spoke. And being able to detect the poison, it was unfortunately a very potent poison that our mother was trying to find remedies for. But during
Widow's kiss, right? Widow's kiss?
I don't know, Lorik.
Lorik stays silent.
Lorik, no roll necessary. The description that she's given you sounds like Widow's kiss.
Oh yeah, I'm just wanted to see if she would say it.
Oh, yeah.
She stumbles a little bit on her words here. In the vision,
Out with it.
in the vision that I had with the Eldraine woman, your mother, as she turns to Carissa, she told me that our coven was in danger, and that Rena had a special ability, let's say a gift, that had to be transferred. And if this gift was in the wrong hands, it would mean certain doom. And she told me I had to force this transfer of gift in one way or another. And she turns to Blair. I did not want to see our coven. Well, welcome back.
I leave for like a quarter of a second and come back. I don't know what's going on. Continue.
That's
I
the same
Pardon?
problem.
What part did you leave?
I didn't miss anything. I
Oh.
only missed like a gap between words.
Interesting.
I didn't want our coven to be in danger, Blair. So
Blair gives you a nod. She doesn't seem disappointed in you yet, if that's what you're worried about.
yes. And I remember hearing a voice in my head. And I apologized to, what the fuck is his name? Elric. Not Elric. What the fuck? My notes are a jumbled of fucking mess.
No worries.
Jackmere. Was it Jackmere?
You're talking about the fox spirit?
No. The brother that was able to see premonitions.
Oh, yes. I believe his name is Jacques.
Yes. I apologized to Jackmere beforehand, and he tried to stop me. But but ran out of her misery. But it was unfortunately not enough to do, so I ran with the child. And as we ran, there was troops, and they, as like her tears start to well up, they destroyed our cottage.
And what do they look like?
Before you have a chance to speak, Lorik, give me evens or odds, Ava.
Let's go with odds.
Okay.
Can I roll an insight check?
Sure.
I want to see if the tears are real.
Yeah. Blair, on an odd roll of the d20, Blair looks like they went from being very understanding and supportive in this moment to being very self-reserved. And it looks like they were going to say a lot of shit, and they have stopped themselves. Blair is just dumbfounded and in shock. Mouth is ajar, and there's not a lot that Blair can think to do in this moment. Lorik, you may continue with your question.
I take a step forward and just, with the hint of anger behind my voice, stare towards Ava. Just, the troops, what do they look like?
Tears are still falling. I don't know. I didn't see them. Our cottage was out in the mountains. It was a blizzard at night. I couldn't see. I just ran with hope.
Lark puts his head in his hands. Just
Ava, if you wouldn't mind rolling me a perception or a persuasion or a deception check, whichever one you prefer, just roll the d20 and then add the modifier and type it in chat. And then we can go from there. Lorik puts his head in his hands and goes and takes a seat.
They're the same number.
Okay. To Elikos and Balthazar, it doesn't look like she is being ungenuine with tears. But it's hard to read whether or not, like, you're trying to glean whether or not they're real tears. And I think it is very difficult to distinguish because this is a person in the affect of emotion. And so I think in this moment, I think you would understand that, like, somebody who's making this shit up, it'd be very hard for them to recreate, like, even the facial expressions that Ava is having with this situation.
So then gestures Ava to go on.
She nods. So we ran. And we continued running, and I knew the one place where we would be safe. And she turns to Blair.
Blair steps up and she just gives you a hug.
Eva fucking loses it at this point. She is just sobbing.
And you can tell that the hug is not for you, but for her instead. As she holds you a little tighter than she probably should.
She just whispers, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Your sister and you are consoling over here. Oz, kind of puts his hands in his head. He puts his head in his hands, and just goes, "Jeez. Okay. So, this girl came into your possession, and you said there was some rite of passage for the gifts that she had received. Elikas, is there any truth to this?"
Elikas is gonna look back, kind of confused, asking, "What do you mean?"
Is the girl in possession of the gift that we are speaking of? You're supposed to be an expert in arcane and things of mystical nature. Is this transfer actually happened? Does this girl possess said gift?
Elikas is gonna sigh and turn back towards Hope, reaching out their hand for Hope to also take their hand.
Hope hesitates for a second, but reaches their hand out after noticing everybody got sad real quick for some reason.
So, Elikas is then gonna put their other hand on top of theirs, close their eyes for a moment, and then open them back up again, and then turn and give us just a small nod to Blue Crown. Or whoever asked the question.
Well, Oz asked you the question, but both Blue
Oz.
Crown and Oz look like they're waiting for an answer.
No, yes. Nod.
And you said you met a woman in a dream, Miss Ava? Or the past? How is that even possible?
She starts, she clears up very fast, just wipes away her tears and coughs.
Which woman did you meet? There are... I don't presume to explain magic to a witch, but there is a number of ways that anyone could force someone to see a vision. You sure you weren't seeing some sort of forced constraint? This was real?
Absolutely real. We had, and she starts saying have, but she catches herself. We had a brother. His name was Jackmere. He had this incredible divination of insight, and he allowed me to open my mind's eye. And with that, I woke up on a road. From inside a cottage to a road. And there was a woman on the side wearing a green cloak. And I had this vision before of her when I first came across the crown. And this queen, this woman, she seemed to be the queen of the summer court.
Her name? Did you get a name?
Did I get a fucking name? Did I write it down? That's the question. I think I wrote it. No, I didn't. That's her daughter. But I did not write down her name. What's her name? Here. Sidriel.
Sidria.
Yes.
You see, so I don't have a bunch of NPCs on the map because it would have cluttered everything up. You do see that there are like some pages in here like taking notes. You see that the page that is currently taking notes, like to the left of Lorik at the front of the desks there, lets out a small gasp as you say Sidriel. Ozbishop then looks down and says, "You there, page. Go fetch the magistrates. We must get to the bottom of this at once." The page without question stands up and walks out of the room, if no one stops her.
How am I supposed to do without a page?
Mm-hmm.
She gets up and marches out. All right. Fine. But what does this have to do with my city? Look, I'm gonna be completely honest. Lorik, Narlin, Carissa, Balthazar, even, I guess, Ava? There's a lot here that I'm not understanding. We found traces of infernal magic within the vault.
It's because there are forces working here beyond your comprehension. And
Well,
they aren't
maybe you should
the
explain it a
recruiting.
little bit, and I might be able to comprehend it.
That's
I
great.
said there was a demon.
A demon or a devil, Balthazar?
Do I know the difference between a demon and a devil?
I don't know, give me a... Oh, man. Is this a history check, or what is this?
This would probably be religion.
Yeah, give me a religion check.
Oh shit.
Oh, it's a nat 20.
Oh yeah.
Was it a
You do
demon?
know the difference.
Was it a demon or a devil?
It's a devil.
It was a devil. It had the wings, the little pointy horns.
Balthazar, in this moment, you remember the difference between demons and devils. Demons are from the abyss, and they hate devils. They seek to destroy the Nine Hells and rebuild a chaotic wasteland of suffering and pain in the image that they see. That's a demon. A devil is a part of an organized structure that fall underneath the Nine Hells. They are under an organized group with a figurehead at the top who dictates how all of them live, what rings and layers of the Nine Hells they live on. It was a devil.
Okay, then I relay that back, and all he was trying to do was summon a big old undead dragon thing. By the way, Balthazar is laying down at this point, like across the several chairs, and so he's like gesticulating with his hands, like laying down. But don't worry, we killed both of them.
You killed both of them?
Yeah,
Well, technically one was killed, one was unmade from existence, but basically the same thing. So.
potatoes, tomatoes.
But you're sure they're dead?
Sure as my blade cracked their skull.
Well, I guess it's a good thing we brought the Honorable Equilas here to glean information. Perhaps we should alleviate you on some of the details. Equilas is a consultant who Elokas. I confused the two because I'm trying to read really fast, but I got you. Elokas is a consultant who we can send requests that are above our, as you put it before, depth, Mr. Lorg.
Indeed.
Elikas is the person you call when depth isn't even a term on the table to describe the things you don't know.
Wonderful. Then, Elikas, should you learn anything about hope and their gift, I implore you, speak none of it. The more that know of it, the worse of the situation we're going to be in.
Just kind of looks at Lorik with like a duh face. Unamused. Like, yeah, I knew that.
I mean, not to Oz, not to Blue Crown, not to Ava. It remains a secret.
They already know because I said yes.
Well, above board, you told them that she has the gift, but not what the gift is.
Okay.
Lork's saying don't reveal what the gift is.
Got it. Okay. Elukas is gonna roll their eyes and then give a nod.
Hey, look, what was the demon's name again? Was it Jerry? Scary? Bill? No, it wasn't any of those.
Thankfully, neither of those. Let me look at my notes.
Nakir! That was it!
Yes, Nakir.
He was stupid.
You mean a devil, don't you? Not a demon? I think we've been over this.
Yeah, potatoes, tomatoes.
No, very different.
He was a devil. Alright, fine. You got me.
Nakir, and the dragon's name was Valrune.
Valrune? Fendemir killed him centuries ago.
Yes, why do you think we were here? I told you, we were here under Findemir's orders.
I just said he brought him back to life. What were you not paying attention?
They brought him back to life?
Not
Well,
anymore.
sort of. He was kind of all bony.
It was more of a ethereal recalling remake of.
And no one thought to
him.
tell the city leadership of any of this before you guys descended into the vaults?
Well, to be fair, we didn't know the dragon. We were trying to stop the dragon from coming back before he did the whole voodoo magic bullshit.
Yeah, that ended up being kind of a reaction. And we also didn't know the timeline that we were working on, so it all just happened really fast.
Oh, yeah, it all happened fast. And because it happened so fast and no one told anyone, we didn't have any time to evacuate civilians, and 100,000 people are dead.
Oh, that many?
And if we hadn't stopped them, many more would be. Now, can you get to your point already, or are we still just waiting around for Findemir?
At this point, I don't know. This is so far beyond the territory that we expect to find in a hearing of all things. I'm confused as to anyone with perception passive of 13 or higher. Oz Bishop is bleeding from the neck.
I'm gonna flip on my well, actually, I've been wearing my monocle this entire time.
Okay. It only lasts for an hour, so have you had it active the whole time, or?
No, well, how long has the hearing been?
I would say you guys are going over an hour at this point. Like,
Okay, I'll activate it once I see that there's blood coming out of his neck.
okay.
A passive of 18.
Passive 15.
I grab Hope.
Anybody
and
who
I
can
brandish my
yeah.
blade.
You all can see that he is bleeding from the neck. And he you see that he goes to try and finish his word, and then he starts to reach for his neck, and his hands become covered in blood, and the suit he's wearing, that was that nice white crisp shirt, is now soaked in red crimson, and you see he collapses on the table and passes out.
Oh shit.
Which one is this one again?
Just Oz so far has been attacked.
Okay. Ulicos is then going to sprint up to Oz and then try and like figure out what just happened.
Cool. You run up to Oz. I need everybody else to roll initiative.
Fuck.
Matt, do I see anything?
You turn on your what does the monocle do again? It lets you see what specifically?
I can either see spiritual sense or what was the other one? Invisibility.
Which one do you turn on?
Spirit sense.
You don't see anything in spirit sense.
I don't want to use the other one yet. All right, I flip it to invisibility.
You see on the dais behind Mr. Bishop, there is a towering devil-like figure. Covered in spines, and it looks as though like it's got more bones than it could possibly have in its body as they start to like jump off like pauldrons and run down their arms. It looks like they've got like a femur that has been sharpened to some degree, that's been like lodged into their elbow so that they have some sort of like sharp spine, like elbow stab type thing. It's got these weird like ephemeral wings, and then it's got these long tail that like spirals off the back with like looks to be almost like a scorpion sized like pincer, like stinger on the end. And you can see the thing has got like almost like if you've ever seen the movie Alien, it's kind of standing in that kind of posture, and it's about as tall as like an alien would be too, like 9 feet or something like that tall.
Do I have anything to make it easier for everyone to see?
Very far.
Is that where it's at?
Before we get to that, everybody needs to roll me initiative.
Hey.
Give me 1
you
second.
start-
I'm gonna go ahead and jump over into the combat thing,
Yeah.
and then we will go from there.
Oh shit.
Oh, nat 20, baby.
You said it was
Uh,
behind Blue Crown, but it's. Is it?
Or sorry,
where
not
it's
Blue Crown.
on?
I meant Oz. He's behind Oz.
Okay.
Like, on that side. Yeah.
Aw.
Alright.
Let's see. Nox, where's the fucking button to activate?
If I remember correctly, you swap to the NPC
Oh,
tab.
I got
I
it.
think it goes by a different name.
I found
There
it.
you are. Now I press the roll initiative button. You tell me where I land.
Did it roll?
It doesn't tell us. I'll tell him.
Oh, right. They fixed that.
Damn, why the fuck am I so low?
Look at us down here. Doing our best.
I must have rolled poorly.
Well,
Sorry,
I'm
I'm checking
screwed,
through the
so
rolls versus the
fair.
actual number.
Oh.
Uh-oh, we lost somebody.
Who dares to leave this chat?
Oh, we lost Carissa. Yeah.
Carissa.
Carissa.
Bragan, where have you gone tonight? Why have you left us all alone?
Matt.
Hmm.
Check your DMs.
check my DM.
Check them.
Yes. Thank you. I will grab. Donka Shane.
Choose your fighter.
Choose your fighter. Give me 1 second.
Oh, sorry. Don't look at that. Everyone, don't look at it.
Close your eyes.
Avert your
Can't
eyes.
unsee it. Oh wait, I can.
Oh, thank you.
Consider it unseen.
I don't want anyone else to see I have that.
I've never seen
You
this
don't
spell
want
before.
anybody else to know that you have the ability to cast that spell? That's crazy. A spellcaster has that spell? Oh no.
It's a wisdom save.
Yeah,
especially for me.
Lorik, you should be up higher. Hold on. I don't know why you're
Tell
down
me.
all the way over there. You should be in here somewhere. Somewhere like that. It works.
I was gonna say, like, I should not be that low, but whatever.
Whatever, man.
Damn, I must have rolled like should.
Did my initiative +2 work?
Hold on. Everybody's, I think, is kind of off. Give me a second. I'm moving everybody to where they need to be.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Hey,
Oh,
Okay.
never mind.
There. Oh, shit, way down here. What the fuck? That looks about right. I mean, we still need Chris and stuff, but it's okay.
I'll be right back.
Welcome back.
Baby, come back.
Reagan died.
Unlucky.
Oh, Balthazar. I didn't see that you rolled your own initiative. Did you click the button for me, Balthazar, on your end?
He stepped away.
Alright.
And he's
Okay,
back.
back.
Balthazar,
Yes.
have you clicked the roll initiative button?
Did you at least click the roll initiative button so I can move you around?
There you go. I hit the button. Do. Did it work?
Yes.
I gotcha.
Okay.
Just need La Carissa to do the same. We'll be all good. All Gucci gang.
And I'll say, before we started, I did go move to grab Hope.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm also very screwed.
Bone Gavel, how do I edit you in a meaningful way?
Hang on.
Well, you
Talking
see what
about-
you do.
The thing I sent you?
I want to add the thing you sent me, but
Yeah. Right click.
um,
You.
I did
Over
right
the
click.
top left.
You?
I'm back. Sorry,
Oh,
my
it's at the edit
computer.
tab?
Yep.
Of course.
My computer literally just said goodbye. So
No
it was like, I'm done
worries.
for today. It's like, I'm done for today, and I'm like, okay. So
Welcome back.
I will be operating off of Discord on my phone and my D&D Beyond character sheet.
Very nice.
No worries. Can somebody
That's-
stream for Carissa?
Yeah, yes.
Somebody who's not me, because
Um,
I have a bunch of other stuff.
I rolled a 10 for my initiative.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, I just kind of sat there and stared at my computer for a solid 30 seconds before cursing very loud.
No worries.
Can always,
Is it like 10.1 or something like that? Is that how you fix it?
oh
If-
yeah.
if-
You don't have to put 10. It'll just be based on the size of the creature. It looks like 2x2, so it would be 2 times 2.01.
God.
If anyone would like to donate to get Carissa a new computer.
Considering it.
Right?
I was like, do you have a Costco near you? Because they have pre-builds that are not too bad, actually.
I've seen those. The problem is I don't want to get a PC setup because I'm gonna move in a few months. So I don't want to. I don't want to like get that set and then be like, oh, I'm moving.
Yeah, it'd be a pain.
When do you think you're
Either like mid-July, I think, or early August.
So it's gonna be a little bit of more.
Think.
And you click the check mark at the bottom to save.
Yeah, gotcha. I think that'll do it. Oh!
That'll do, baby.
Nothing.
Ooh.
Why is he
Uh,
tiny? Oh.
Turns out you did it.
I think he's good. I think he actually is 10 foot. I think his little character background thing's a little bigger than he actually is. Yeah. Melee.
Oh, my computer does not meet the minimum system requirements to get Windows 11. Sweet.
Oh, that's
Right.
rough.
It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. That also explains so much.
Julio.
Your Bone Devil does not have the image from you, but it is now transparent, funny enough.
Oh, interesting. Resync maybe? I don't know.
I tried. It's alright.
Well, good news is we'll have some time to probably fix it between when you guys killed them all and everything. Okay. Yeah, because they should show that way.
I assume they look correct for you.
Yeah, they do.
Interesting.
They do, they do.
You try messing with the token art, which is at the bottom of that edit page.
I did both.
Gotcha.
I did the token art and I did the fucking title token thing.
I know they just started messing with that stuff, so
It's probably a little buggy. It's okay.
Oh yeah, I changed my token's outline color. Smile.
Smile. It's pretty sick.
How to do that?
Magic.
Now I can't see.
Edit in your character sheet, scroll down the bottom, token ring color. At the bottom.
Alrighty. Did the combat music kick over? I can't hear it at the moment. Unsure.
Not for me.
Mm-mm.
I hear ambiance.
Interesting. They've made all the necessary changes. We'll go from there. Okay. Boom. Boom.
Boom.
Okay. Is everybody here? We good to go?
I believe
Yes.
so.
Lorik, you're gonna be first up to act. I know there's a couple guards ahead of you, but they're gonna act and do their own thing here in a second. But we'll go ahead and let
Sure.
you guys go.
Now, you
Oh.
tell me, can I exchange and take Hope to where Seraph is?
The two of you together?
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Alright. In that case, I pick up Hope, and... so the creature is still invisible, correct?
Yes. At the moment, Balthazar is the only person who can see it.
Alright, well then I simply grab Hope and sort of try to gently pull them backwards towards the center of the room here, and do my best to perceive and see if I can notice any other creatures within the room.
Give me a perception check. We'll call this a free action.
Sure.
And while you do that, I'm going to figure out why our combat music isn't playing.
It's a 24 for me.
24? Now I have to roll some stealth checks. Great. All right. Lorik, you do notice the ephemeral like shimmer of something that is invisible behind where Oz was sitting. And then you see another one on the other side of the dais, looking like it's approaching Blue Crown. At least for the moment, those are the two that you can see.
Gotcha.
Like even just the faintest shimmer, you can recognize those indivisible like creatures making their move.
Gotcha. I yell out to everybody. There's two up front. I don't see any others at the moment. And I'm going to pull Hope back towards the center. As far as I can go, probably here. I'm going to pull up alongside Ava here. Oh, that's fine. Sorry. Pull up alongside Ava here. And then I am going to use my action to dash and move another 15 feet. So go around. So I can get to here. And I would like to have pulled Ava with me all the way to the top right of me right here, next to Blair.
Mi uno momento. Sorry, I'm getting the music to change. We should be good. Sorry.
There we go.
Right.
Combat
Music should be good now.
It's good.
Good. Okay. So you move with Ava, and sorry, not with Ava. You move with Hope, right?
Yep.
Okay. And where are you going?
That is as far as I can move because half
Okay.
it while pulling somebody.
Cool.
That is my movement and my dash action. And I still have my bonus action. So for now, gosh, what can I do with my bonus action? Let me check. I guess I'm fine with staying here for now. I'm going to command my shade with my bonus action to tell my shade to dash.
Cool. You command your shade to dash. Lorik, you turn around, and as you begin to move this way in the room, you see two more figures on the stairs in front of you.
Gotcha. And two in the back.
I guess I'll go ahead and show them all, because Lorik has seen all of them.
Hey, that one's got a picture. Numero trace.
Oh,
And that one, numero dos.
interesting. They all have pictures on my head, so.
Intriguing.
I guess if you can't see them, hit Control R. I know what to do.
All right.
Cool.
I call out locations to everybody. I've used all my stuffs, and that's it for me.
Cool. You see that the first guard in the initiative order. Now, how do you?
There's an up and down arrow on the right side there. To cycle through
Up and
initiative.
down arrow. Oh, nice. Cool. We're gonna go ahead and move to. Oh, interesting. We'll move Lorik right above that guy. Done. Down. All right. Bone Devil. Where are you?
If possible, I would like to try to give Hope as much cover with my body.
Good move. We will say that Hope is benefiting from the dodge action, because you are using your body, as cover, basically. Cool. You see, this first guy is gonna get a little bit of a move here. Where can he move? Oh, perfect. He's gonna get right up in your face. And he's going to make, he's going to make 2 attacks against you. First one, you are going to take 16 slashing damage.
Alright.
And the second attack, I think barely misses you. Yep. So the first attack he swings at you, the second attack he barely misses.
And I uncanny dodge that first one then.
Okay, so you're gonna take half then?
Yep.
Perfect. You see that his third attack, he is going to try to hit Blair behind you. Blair, has not even had a chance to react as you say there's a bunch of people in the room. Blair goes to like put their hand on their sword and like begin to draw. Blair gets struck by a stinger from behind. Blair is going to need to make some saving throws real quick.
I swear to God.
Don't give me
Swear to
failing.
me.
Blair fails.
No, please.
Cool. Let's do some damage. All right. Blair is Blair went from looking completely fine to being in pretty rough shape in one go. You see that this thing walked in and stabbed Blair in the back with this stinger. And you can see this like corrosive poison begin to bubble up onto the end of this thing as it pulls itself out. And you see that even the armor Blair is wearing begins to corrode and eat away. And that will be his turn. Wander, you're up, baby.
Wander is gonna look over to Carissa and just be like, "Can we just leave? Like, I don't think this is gonna go very well for us."
Let's just try to. I mean, let's just try to get everyone the hell out of here safely and alive.
Working on it.
Okay. Balthazar is just gonna turn 160 around, and is just going to reach out his arms and just cast lightning bolt and just vaporize this guy off to the right behind him.
Which dude? 2 or 1?
Oh, that's a guard. The guy up next to Oz.
Okay.
Can I reach
How
him?
wide is the line that you throw? It's 5 feet, right?
Look at this.
I gotta look at it.
I think it's a 5-foot wide line and then a 30-foot long.
It says 100-foot line.
Okay.
And it's 5 feet wide.
Okay. I would say that you need to move up a little bit, otherwise you're gonna hit Chris. Cool.
I feel like I could also duck. I'm like, let's get everyone alive. He goes, okay. And
that's
raise his
actually
hand.
better. Yeah, wait, I'll be right here. Okay.
I see him. I was like, let's try to just get everyone out alive. He goes, okay. Raises his hand. I immediately hit the fucking deck. I just drop.
It's like, all right, like lightning begins to like you hear like that whine coming from him, and he's like,
yep,
bolts of lightning like vaporizing like papers off desks. The chair gets thrown behind him, and just like a bolt of energy comes like flying out of his mouth. Or his eye. It comes out of his eye. Yeah, that's better. That's sick.
Do a dexterity saving throw for the devil that you shot at. And it rolls a 19.
He will save.
So he takes half damage. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Right? He saves from that. Wait a minute. I'm looking in 2 different places now. Spells. Lightning bolt. Yeah, it's a save is a 7.
Okay.
Okay. I need more dice. 10d6.
Holy shit.
Oh wait a minute. That's upcasting.
Yeah, it should be the same as fire.
Oh, yeah.
It should be 8d6, unless you're gonna upcast.
It's actually 9d6 because I'm casting it at 4th level.
Cool, go for it.
That's 4. 5. 6.
While we're doing that, I'm gonna put Seraph with Lorik's initiative, like way up at the top, or down here at the bottom, actually, so that way Lorik and Seraph go together. And then Blair is on deck. Cool. Just checking a bunch of stuff. All right, good stuff. What do we got for damage there, Mr. Balthazar?
6 plus 6 plus 6
Thank you, Mel, for
Plus
hydrating.
The devil.
Need to hydrate.
plus
Jesus,
5
Mike.
plus 5
Hey, they are bone devils.
plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 43 points of lightning damage.
Okay. 43 points of lightning damage. You send this lightning bolt out as you described. Carissa hits the deck. This bolt slams into this creature as it lets out like a horrendous shriek. You hear like the sound of what it would be like if like a person's vocal cords had been like spread apart in their throat, and so it's a very like weird sounding like vibrato, but it has a high pitched tenor to it. And I'm not going to do it because I don't want to hurt listeners at home's ears. So, but essentially it's like a sound that kind of happens all at once. Cool. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I can do at this point that's going to be advantageous to anyone else. So yeah, I will end my turn.
Cool. Balthazar, that is your turn. Hello, Guard 8. What are we doing, Guard 8? Are you any of the important guards? No. You see that Guard 8 is just going to move over to get in combat with this dude, make a couple strikes. And then Blair is going to turn around and basically like draw a sword. He attacked number 1, by the way, Ilikas. So the guy up next to you. He shot a lightning bolt against the wall. You see that Blair draws her sword, instantly wheels around, and you see that Blair caught a bit off guard by the fact that she got attacked. She basically bonus action surges real quick to get some HP back, and then is going to try to interpose herself between you and Hope and the rest. So she's gonna try and like jump up in front here, basically stand between you and this monster. If you allow it. That's like kind of so you see Blair, almost without even thinking about it, rolls over the back of you and then begins to get into combat with this monster. Okay. Oof. Some tough rolls for Blair. You see that Blair's first strike clangs against the metal armor, or not metal armor, but it's bone, and it's like almost as strong as metal. You see that the first attack strikes the metal or the bone, and you can see it chips the sword. And then the second time that Blair takes a strike, you can see that the creature goes to raise up its arm to block, as Blair misses twice. That is Blair's turn. We're gonna jump on down. I'll move some guards around. Oz is gonna roll the death saving throw real quick. Cool. And then we got another guard, and then a devil. Which devil is this? Devil number 4. Let's see here. This devil watched this guard run up and try to make strikes against its friend. He's gonna run up and with dispassionate regard. Okay. All right. 3 strikes against this guard. This guard goes down 1 turn. Full dead.
Oh shit.
I will go ahead and move
It's okay. He's an NPC.
Full dead. He takes way more than his max hit points. Gone. We're going to jump down the initiative order here. Bone Devil 2 is gonna go. I think Bone Devil 2 is this guy here. You see that he is going to move over and strike this first guard. You see that he strikes the first guard and then swings the second time, hits him again. This guard also dies. You see that he then closes on Blue Crown and makes a third attack. You see that the third attack goes wide and hits the table in front of Blue Crown, as Blue Crown narrowly avoids getting stabbed by a pretty nasty move. Third up, Elikas, you're going. What do we got?
I checked D&D Beyond, and it says attacks per action, and it says 2. Does that mean I have 2?
If you swing your sword, you get 2 attacks. Yes.
Oh, so it only is with my sword.
Let me just double check what your blade song does, but I'm pretty sure it's just with sword.
It's just chilling on my tab. It's not like under any specific one.
Right. So basically, I was just gonna say, in D&D, when you cast a spell, there is like a third like mystical action called the magic action, which is basically like the act of casting a leveled spell, or like even a cantrip, which is why like a lot of spells cost an action to do. And so usually if something takes an action to do, what it means is if you get 2 swings, you can swing a sword twice, or you can cast a spell, but you can't do both. But I'm gonna go make sure real quick with your blade song thing.
I played
that
a
is...
blade singer once in a one shot, and if I remember correctly, blade singers are able to make both 2 attacks with a sword, as well as an attack with a sword and a cantrip as their special thing.
Cool then. We will go with that, and if I'm wrong, we'll look it up next time. So you can make a sword attack and a spell attack, or you can do 2 sword attacks. But the spell attack would have to be with a cantrip, not a leveled spell. If it's a leveled spell, it has to take the full action.
I have an idea, but I don't know if it'll work.
Lay it on me. What you got?
So I have Leomund's tiny hut.
Okay.
It's a 10-foot radius immobile dome of force that springs into existence above and around.
Yep.
Does it push the creatures I don't want away, or does it include them?
I think you have to specify what creatures are allowed to come and go, and any creature that is not on that list is not allowed in. You could cast it in such a way that it would not even get that creature in there if that's what you wanted to do.
Okay. Because I was thinking of putting a dome over Oz, me, the other guard, and Blue Crown up here, because that means that the devils would not be able to get into it. Or the bone devils would.
Cool. If that's what you want to do, go for it. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see any issues with it.
Okay. So, boink.
So you're gonna cast Lehman's Tiny Hut. I am going to do a thing here, just to make it easy to understand what you're doing. And I am gonna add some fog, where you and some other people are disappearing. I'll say you get this guard here too. Did that show up on your end?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, so you cast Lehman's Tiny Hut. So that's your action. What are you doing on your turn here? Anything else? You got a bonus action, reaction?
Can I run over, grab, and pull him in?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, is there a max number of creatures you can give permission to enter? 9. So let's just make sure that there's not a numbers issue here. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so there is a set number. There's more people than 9 in this room. Go ahead and give me a list. If you want Blue Crown to be on the list, let's go for it. I have no problem with you like running over and like maybe doing something to get him in. But you would have to select some of our actual party members or some of the NPCs that are maybe close to those people to be off the list, because there are more than 9 people in this room.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I'm gonna have Oz, me, the guard that's in here with us, Blue Crown, Carissa. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Carissa 5. Balthazar 6. Ava 7. Lorix 8. And then Hope is 9.
And Hope is 9. Okay, cool.
They all have permission.
And Tango makes 3.
So yeah, you cast the spell, you've made your list, and then you want to go and try and interact with Blue Crown to pull him in.
To basically run up, grab him, and pull him into the thing.
Okay. So, in order to like grapple somebody, you'd need like an action. But
okay.
What I will say is, if you want to give me your bonus action and reaction, I would allow you to use them in substitute, and I'd give you an action in exchange. You wanted to like grab him and pull him in. Yeah?
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. He's a willing creature. He's not going to fight you on it. So, you move out of the spell, you grab him, and you move into the spell. And he will follow you in.
Also,
and you guys are within Lehman's tiny hut.
Yes, and it is a 10-foot radius.
Boom. Yeah, I got the fog kind of the right size, I think. I think we'll be okay there.
Balthazar groans in his head. Like, oh, stop saving people.
Cool. Is that your turn?
Yes, and then, I guess with my turn, sorry, I know I said yes. I'm going to, I guess, I don't know how to communicate to them that they're allowed in.
I don't know if you would have the option to do that in this moment. I think you're trying to do a lot of things very quickly. Maybe next turn you can try and telegraph it somehow.
Yeah.
Or if you have like message or something. But like at the moment, I think you did a lot on this turn, so I think we're good to go.
Yes.
You pull Blue Crown into your bubble here. Blue Crown is not very helpful in a fight. No joke. But he will attempt to help you stabilize Oz. So he's going to spend his action basically performing a medicine check. It looks like he might succeed. So it looks like he's giving Oz advantage on his next death save. So Oz is like bleeding out here, and Blue Crown is trying to save his life. We're gonna jump to guard 1. I'm gonna roll a wisdom saving throw for the guard. Okay. The guard understands that they cannot get into the spell. Even doing so, he's going to draw his sword and stand at the ready in case he needs to like defend the exterior of the bubble. Like if he needs to step outside and fight this thing, he's gonna do that. So that'll be his turn. He's holding his action. And then we're gonna jump to the Bone Devil. Bone Devil 1. Bone Devil 1 is going to attempt to enter. Discovers that it cannot do so. And then you see that the Bone Devil then turns his attention to a young Miss Carissa.
Fuck. Okay. That's cool. That's cool.
Well,
that's fine. Everything's
don't
fine.
be a tasty target. I don't know what to tell you.
Yes, because I've had so many turns to do something about that so far.
You're a bright, shiny girl, and he wants shiny. It's okay. He's gonna use basically his entire movement and a dash to get to you, so he's not gonna be able to attack you this turn, but he does get within 5 feet.
Great.
That'll be his turn. Ava, you're up.
Okay. I would like to cast Witch's Grasp on the Bone Devil 3 at 5th level.
Okay. Do you mind telling me what that spell does?
No, you're fine. How do I drop it in the chat?
If you hit view and share or whatever, it should come up. Like send or whatever.
It's an action, you can just use it. I mean, if it's a spell as well, you can just use it.
Oh, okay.
Pop up both of them in the chat.
Oh, my bad. I just casted it.
Okay. DC, it's a strength save.
It's probably not DC 12 if I had to guess.
Probably not.
It's Probably
I would hope not,
15
anyway.
or 16.
Yeah, it's probably closer to the right number.
Yeah, I haven't really changed it since.
You're all good. You cast this spell against the creature. You see it resist your spell. Does he still take half damage on a save?
Does not say.
We'll go with you cast it at 5th level. We'll do half damage for a save.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yes.
Cool. So he takes 11 damage. And anything else you want to do on your turn?
I really got nothing else, honestly. I don't have free actions. What can I do?
I mean, is there something around the room that interests you that you want to like maybe examine or something in this moment? Like, I'm up to options here.
Okay, good.
Like the chandeliers. Knock the chandeliers down.
Well, I'm trying to see how they came in here. Can I look around real fast?
Yeah. You want to try and make like some sort of perception check?
Yes.
Give me perception or investigation.
Better. This one. This would be good. Ah! Did not roll well. It was 13.
Okay. No worries. You look around and you can't quite glean how these people got in. But no problemo.
Okay.
No biggie. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
Oh, that's pretty much it. That's it.
Okay.
How far away am I? Yeah, I'm good.
You're good. Okay. Carissa,
Yo.
you are up.
Okay. And I just had a devil run straight at my face.
Oh yeah, well, you don't know whether he's running at you or Balthazar. He's running at somebody.
That's fair. Well, I'm gonna get up off the ground first. Because I definitely just kind of fell to the floor. I guess I will scramble up and then I guess I'll just try to swing at him, I guess, with my sword. I'll try to make an attack. We'll see how this goes.
Let's make some attack rolls then, huh?
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Does a 29 hit for the first one?
I think a 29 will hit.
Okay, cool. Cool. Just making sure.
Wouldn't that have been crazy if I'd been like, I don't know.
For a split second, I thought you were going to laugh and be like, no. I probably would have started crying.
Yeah, probably. No, I'm not that cruel.
Okay.
Not yet, anyway.
Sorry, trying to get all my shit, my stuff organized over here. Hell yeah, I am.
Lacoste got it. Nice. Wait a minute.
Sorry if you can hear Ollie just screaming in the background.
Hey man, I'd scream if I was a cat too.
He's a very needy cat.
While we're doing that, Hope is basically going to be at the whim of the players. Obviously she's not going to do anything that directly endangers her. Because she is with Lorik right now, Lorik, I will let you decide what Hope kind of does on her turn. She doesn't have like actions, like she doesn't have a knife or anything she can fight with. So unless there's something specific you'd ask her to do in a moment, like her main moves are like the regular like dodge, hide, run, fight type thing. Yeah. You get it.
Okay, so let's see. Attack. Let me roll my hit dice. I'm also going to cast Branding Smite at a 2nd level.
Boom.
On top of that, so I will be rolling 1d8 plus 2d6 plus 6. Okay. Let's see, that's 14. 20 damage. Let's see, 11 of that, if it matters, is radiant damage.
Good to know. Good to know.
So 11 radiant damage, and then 9 slashing damage. Yes.
Cool. Cool.
And then for my second attack, does a 14 hit?
A 14 is gonna miss.
Okay. And I think I will just stick with that for now.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Hope is up.
All right. I just turned to Hope after taking a slash to the back here. I just look at Hope in the eyes, sort of lowering down to her level. All right, Hope. I'm going to have Seraph protect you. It's going to feel a bit strange, but you're just going to have to accept it for a moment. Do your best to not get hit, and in a second I'll get you to safety. All right?
Okay.
Good. You're doing great. Sort of stand back up, pat her head, and when my turn comes around.
Seraph sinks in. Hope is ready, willing, and able. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session. With you guys rolling around at the top of the next round. And we will see how you guys make it out of this situation next week. Thanks for joining, y'all.
Goodness.
Damn.
Ah.
I was looking at the time. I was like, oh yeah, it's 10:30. Oh yeah, it's 10:30.
Oh, I'm getting nervous.
I mean, an extra 30.
No.
Unfortunately not.
I wasn't
Stop.
driving.
There's only a couple more people on the initiative list, and then we roll back around to the top, where Laura's gonna roll out some justice, I think.
Or chance.
More
chance.
Her chance to dream, baby.
Up to y'all. Do you just
That's
want to
just-
go through the guards then?
The guards are gonna go off screen. I'm basically gonna have them move and do
Ah.
things like.
Okay.
Keep in mind, if they get hit like once by these guys, they're pretty much done. These guards don't have a lot of HP.
They're filler.
Yeah. I think that's where we'll end. Just to keep things light, because combat can get chunky, especially at this level, and I want to make sure everybody's fresh and ready to go. So, that is where we're gonna kind of take a break here. But tune in next time. See how this fight ends in the courtroom.
Very nice.
Session title is Devils in the Details.
I like it. Okay.
Haha.
Say goodnight to chat.
Good night, chat.
Good night.
Chat. Ha-ha.
Thank you everyone for joining us today on another session of our D&D. Please tune in on my subathon Saturday. It's gonna be my birthday subathon. The fight's getting really hectic here and I'm sweating. But it's okay. We're having fun. Hope y'all had a good time tuning in and listening in to us. And tune in. Ah, Nessa, stop it. She bit me. Okay. Have a good night, everyone. We'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.